review. Today I'm going to be reviewing my PSP. Onto the hardware of the console. You have your screen. It's very good, widescreen, high quality, good for watching movies on the move as well. Buttons, which you find on most PlayStations, directional and X, square, triangle and circle. It's got one analog stick here, two speakers, your home button, your volume buttons, your display, music, select and start buttons. If you look at your connections, you've got infrared port up here, your switch that I said before to eject your discs, put them out and put them back in, and then close the tray. At the top we also have the two screws and your port. This is used to sync to your computer, or if you're using devices like the camera or the Go Explore, basically you put it in there, use the screws to fasten it down and it will stay safe. On the bottom we have our plug as well as the speakers. Alright, onto the software and using the actual console itself. Alright, I'm just going to boot up now, pressing the switch on the side here. Flick that switch, the light will come on and it should load up. Right, it features the same XMB as the PlayStation 3. In your settings menu you've got obviously your network update and pretty much the same settings. The only difference is you've got your USB connection, so when you want to sync to your computer, obviously you have to put it into USB mode. Photos, if you have your PlayStation portable camera, you can use that to take pictures here, or go into your memory stick. I've got one picture here just to show you. Someone did GTA on their Etch-a-Sketch, as you can see. Basically you can use triangle to go through your options. You can send it using the infrared port on top. You can set it as your wallpaper, or you can change your view mode. It doesn't really come close to the PS3 when it comes to view modes. Obviously the PS3 had lots of different ways, like the slideshows. This one you can really only zoom into it to see a scaled up image of it, or just see it full. If I go back out of that. Moving on to the next category is music. Also onto your memory stick you can put any songs. I've got one here, Forever by Chris Brown, if I just play that for you. Pretty simple. Your track number, title name and artist. You've got volume controls from the buttons here, and also your time going along here and your format up there. If you press triangle you get more options. That is the play mode, what you want to do with it, if you want to loop it, repeat the song. But the visual player, this is where the actual PSP is actually pulls one over on the PS3 itself. The PS3 has 3 visual players for music. If you go to this one you can see there's actually a whole load coming across the bottom. I'll go through them quickly. You've got off, you've got this ripple effect where kind of makes it look like there's a water effect on the screen. You've got this one highlighting the bass lines, kind of DJ music-ish. Here we've got kind of Windows Media Player looking one, an electricity one, box one, another Windows Media Player looking one, and this kind of earthy one. But as well as that there's a random option which will cycle through whatever ones it wants to choose. It's also got some good skipping features. If I use a directional pad I can fast forward, and it's kind of like a live fast forward, so you can find exactly what part you want to listen to. As well, the only problem with this is really it's on full volume now. It's not particularly loud, and there's not a lot of bass coming out of the speakers as well, so that's one downfall of the system. And your two small speakers don't really do much. Right, on to the next one. We've got the games, the videos category, sorry. I haven't got any on my memory stick because it's so small, but you can also get UMD videos. I've got one here. This is Spider-Man 2. Hit the switch at the back to open up your tray. Insert your UMD. Close it. You'll see a little pulsing icon in the corner, and then it will load up the video, just like when you're loading in a game. You see a little play sign in here. Obviously going for your opening titles, Sony, whatever. I'm just going to fast forward this. Then it'll take you to a title screen, just like any DVD. You've got play movie, your previews, subtitles and audio settings. Press the home button here and it'll take you out of it. Kind of like the in-game XMB effect on the PS3, except you can't obviously multitask with different stuff, and if you try and do anything it will exit out of the game. But you do have these title screens for UMDs, just like the same with your Blu-ray discs. If I go to play movie, it will obviously load up the movie for me. It's no seamless. I can fast forward after it's got through this copyright law. If you press triangle, it will take you up your option screen, so you've got things to change the UMD volume, the screen mode, if you want it widescreen, panoramic, etc. And subtitles and things like that. I'll probably just fast forward it to the next chapter, just so you actually see graphics. Really high quality video. If you're watching this in a car, it's really quite good, except the screen can be a bit reflective. But I use my case to kind of shield it, so it's really good. If obviously I was moving away and I didn't want to turn off the actual system, if I flick the switch quickly, it puts it into sleep mode. The light will flash so you know it's in sleep mode. And then if I flick it again when I come back, the light will go on and it will take me to this. Obviously I'm back in my video column. If you're playing a game and you had paused your game before, it will take you straight back into the game. I can press the UMD button here and it will then take me back into the same place that I was before. As you can see here. That's really good. Also, it's the same thing as the PS3. If you exit your movie, it will take you back in. You also have the option to start from the beginning if you wanted to, or not. Pause there, and then I can obviously exit, pressing the home button, give you this XMB effect. Into the game category, and insert Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. It's the best GTA game on PSP system at the moment. Hopefully they'll make another. Alright, in the game category we have game sharing, where if you have one UMD between two PSPs, you can obviously share, but it's only supported with some games. Save data utility for your game saves. The UMD that you're actually playing, if you hold it on there, you've got your little title screen here. Most new ones come up with the update which is current or necessary for that game to be played, which is good so you don't have to download it, and obviously if you have any saved games onto your memory stick you can get them here. It also supports an internet browser, as you can see here. You can set up your bookmarks to take you to your favourite web addresses. Click my bookmark and I can go straight into Google. It will then come up with my network connection, connect me to my local access point. It takes quite a while, but then it obtains your IP address and logs straight in. For text-based websites such as Google, it can load quite fast, but if you wanted a high-quality website, then obviously it can take quite a long if it has lots of images. I've just pressed circle, you'll exit out, and it will tell you if you want to close. Just press yes. I'll come out of that. The PSP is actually a really good console for lots of accessories. There's stuff that's coming out that's really going to take the remote play features to the extreme, really. For instance, Play TV, the TV service for the PlayStation 3, you can remote play your TV across to your portable device. So if my PS3 is downstairs and I go upstairs to my bedroom where my PSP isn't, I could easily just sync across and then watch the TV on my PSP, or record the files and save it onto my PSP to watch on the go. It's really good things like that. That's really gonna make the gap between the actual hardware and consoles much more competitive if they have features that can utilize your hardware on the go as well as at home. That's it for the review. Just to recap, basically the pros of it: the good high definition screen. It's easy to use. The menus are really good as well. The sound is alright, but it could be better. The cons, really: one analog stick. It would be really nice if for the PSP2 there could be two analog sticks. The design's really good for the actual console, but on some of the UMDs, not so good. Here's what a UMD should look like this. After a couple of months of use, here's what my UMDs are. They broke completely apart into 3 pieces, the case came apart, the disc is on its own. Overall, I would give the PSP 8 out of 10. You've got good software releases. I'm hoping that they're going to up it to the same standard as the PS3 when it comes to stuff like the PlayStation Store and the PlayStation Network. Hopefully in the future with the PSP2 they can improve on it. Thanks for watching again. If you want to contact me with any suggestions or requests, then email me at b.escorcio@gmail.com. Don't forget, if you like what you see, subscribe, comment or rate below. Alright, thanks. See ya.